The Science of Self-Belief, Bob Proctor. In every success story, there lies a hidden force. It's not just talent, not just luck, not even knowledge. It's belief. The kind of unwavering self-belief that shapes the impossible into the inevitable. And Bob Proctor, one of the greatest teachers of human potential, built his entire life around mastering and teaching this invisible but unstoppable force. Bob Proctor didn't start life as a wealthy man. He didn't come from privilege, nor did he have a remarkable education. But what he did possess, what he cultivated, was an intense and unshakable belief in the power of thought, the supremacy of mindset, and the idea that success is not reserved for the chosen few, but for those who choose it for themselves. That belief became his life's mission, to awaken the world to its untapped power through understanding the science of self-belief. Self-belief is not wishful thinking. It's not about pretending or faking it. It is a precise, trainable mindset rooted in the way we think, feel, and act. And in a world full of distractions, uncertainty, and doubt, this inner certainty becomes the most valuable currency an entrepreneur, investor, or leader can possess. Let's explore this science. Let's dive deep into what Bob Proctor discovered and taught millions about the power of believing in yourself, the invisible force behind all success. Everything begins in the mind, not in the market, not in the product, not in the bank account. The mind is the seedbed of every breakthrough, every innovation, every fortune ever made. And yet, most people are not trained to use it. They let outside circumstances dictate their internal state. They measure their potential based on past results. They make decisions based on fear, not faith. And the result? Mediocrity, frustration, a life of untapped potential. Bob Proctor famously said, "You were born rich, not in dollars, but in potential." You were born with the ability to create, to imagine, to transform your reality through thought, action, and belief. But society teaches action, to look for guarantees, to doubt yourself. That's where the science of self-belief begins, by unlearning everything that has been holding you back, the paradigm trap. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. And most people don't even know they have one, but it's running the show. Bob Proctor taught that our paradigms, a composite of our beliefs, habits, and conditioned thinking, determine everything. How much money we earn, how much risk we're willing to take, how we react under pressure, and whether we move forward or stay stuck. If you're a business owner wondering why you keep hitting the same income ceiling, it's not because of the economy. It's not because of your competitors. It's your paradigm. If you're an investor struggling with fear every time the market dips, it's not because of volatility. It's your paradigm. If you're an entrepreneur procrastinating on your next move, caught in analysis paralysis, it's not lack of opportunity. It's the programming that governs your behavior. And here's the truth. You can't change your life until you change your paradigm, the thinking, feeling, action cycle. Self-belief is not something you switch on with a motivational quote. It's a process, a cycle, a loop that starts in the mind and ripples out into every action. Proctor broke it down like this. 1. Thoughts create feelings. 2. Feelings create actions. 3. Actions create results. But most people try to change their actions without changing their thoughts. They hustle harder. They work longer hours. They chase tactics and tools. But because their internal belief hasn't changed, their results stay the same. The cycle keeps repeating. That's why Proctor emphasized the thinking, feeling, action cycle so heavily. Your thoughts must align with your goal. Your feelings must support those thoughts. And your actions must reflect that internal alignment. When they do, the results change rapidly and permanently. Self-belief is the fuel that powers this cycle. It's the confidence to choose new thoughts, the courage to act before the evidence shows up, the inner knowing that success is not only possible, it's inevitable. The power of imagination. One of Bob Proctor's greatest teachings was about imagination. Not fantasy, not daydreaming, but intentional, directed imagination, the ability to see, feel, and embody your goal before it exists in physical form. He believed that the imagination is the most powerful faculty of the human mind. Why? Because it allows you to create new possibilities, regardless of your current reality. Think of any world-changing invention, any iconic business, any revolutionary investor. Every one of them started with a vision, a picture in the mind, a belief that something more was possible. But most people don't use their imagination that way. They use it to remember past failures, to rehearse worst-case scenarios, to justify their fears. Self-belief starts by using your imagination as it was meant to be used, to build the future you want, not replay the past you hate. Faith vs. fear you choose. Faith and fear are two sides of the same coin. Both require you to believe in something you cannot see. Fear is belief in failure. Faith is belief in success. Bob Proctor reminded his students that you're always believing in something. The question is, what are you choosing to believe in? Are you believing in your ability to succeed, or in your fear of failure? Are you investing your emotional energy in confidence or doubt? Are you picturing your future with excitement or dread? Self-belief is not just thinking positive. It's choosing to put your energy on faith. It's deciding to trust in your ability to grow, learn, pivot, and win no matter what happens outside of you. Repetition, the mother of belief. Here's where science meets discipline. The subconscious mind doesn't change through logic. It changes through repetition. Every belief you have, whether empowering or limiting, was formed through repeated exposure. You heard it enough times. You said it enough times. You saw it modeled enough times. And eventually, it became truth. That's why affirmations, visualization, and daily mental conditioning are not optional for success. They're essential. They rewire the mind. They install new beliefs. They replace the old programming with new paradigms. Bob Proctor didn't become a millionaire by accident. He became a millionaire by changing the way he thought, and then reinforcing those thoughts every single day, until they became belief, until that belief became behavior, until that behavior produced the results. Environment shapes belief. One of the fastest ways to kill your self-belief is to surround yourself with people who don't believe in themselves. Bob Proctor often said, "Environment is more powerful than willpower." You can have the strongest intentions, but if you're immersed in negativity, doubt, and small thinking, your inner light will be dimmed. That's why proximity matters. The books you read, the mentors you follow, the content you consume, the conversations you allow, they all shape your paradigm, and your paradigm shapes your life. Surround yourself with belief, and you will start to believe. Surround yourself with vision, and you will start to see. Surround yourself with courage, and you will start to act. Decision, the spark of self-belief. At the root of every transformation is a decision, not a preference, not a wish, a decision. Bob Proctor emphasized that decision is what separates winners from dreamers. It's the act of claiming what you want before you know how to get it. Most people wait for the how before they decide. They wait for the money, the time, the confidence, the permission. But self-belief doesn't work that way. You have to decide first and trust that the how will unfold through action, persistence, and alignment. It's not comfortable. It's not always rational, but it is powerful. Because the moment you decide, you shift your vibration. You step into a new frequency, and that frequency starts attracting the ideas, people, and opportunities you need. Your self-image sets the ceiling. The results you create in life will never exceed your self-image. That's the law. You might temporarily outperform it through hustle or luck, but you'll always return to the level of success you believe you deserve. Bob Proctor taught that changing your self-image is the ultimate key to changing your results, because you will always behave in a way that's consistent with your identity. If you see yourself as broke, you'll sabotage wealth. If you see yourself as small, you'll resist visibility. If you see yourself as average, you'll avoid excellence. But if you see yourself as capable, confident, successful, if you start to believe in that version of you, your actions will follow. And when your actions change, so do your results. Final thoughts. Believe big. Bob Proctor left behind more than just wisdom. He left a blueprint, a living science of success, rooted in one unshakable truth. You become what you believe, not what you want, not what you say, not what others expect. What you believe. And belief is not static. It's not fixed. It's a muscle, a practice, a science, one that you can master, moment by moment, thought by thought, decision by decision. If you are an entrepreneur chasing a dream, a business owner pushing past limits, or an investor facing risk, your greatest asset is not capital, time, or resources. It's belief. So strengthen it, cultivate it, protect it, use it. Because when you believe in yourself truly, deeply, relentlessly, the world bends in your favor. If this message stirred something inside you, if you're ready to build unshakable self-belief like Bob Proctor did, subscribe for more content that elevates your mindset. Leave a comment below about how self-belief has shaped your journey. Hit the like button if this resonated, and share this with someone who needs to believe in themselves again. Because belief is contagious, and your belief might be the light that awakens someone else. And